Hello, friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing great. I'm Melissa Miller, and today we're going to have a quick little class on oral health with a focus on oil pulling and what that is and how to do it, the benefits of it, and then overall how to incorporate essential oils into your oral health routine. So let's get started. All right. So what are some of the most common oils used for oral health? So we have clove on guard, which contains clove, tea tree or manuka, peppermint, myrrh, and lavender. They all have different things that they help with specifically, as you can see from the list here. My favorite I love clove. I don't want to say just my favorite one because I do have a few of them that I really like for different reasons, but clove I use a lot, especially if I go to the dentist and they're going to be numbing an area. I will use the clove to do the pre-numbing, if you will, instead of that pink gooey stuff that I really don't like and makes me kind of sick. But so I'll put that on first before they administer the anesthetic. And that helps amazingly. So if it's a small filling that I'm having done or a small work or whatever restorative stuff going on, then I'll just use the clove if I don't need the anesthetic or if they'll do it without. So yeah, I love clove for when I have dental work done. And then tea tree is amazing for like toothaches. I've used that for that. And then myrrh, I've used a lot for mouth ulcers. I used to get those quite often just from being just stress induced. And myrrh was such a lifesaver for that. So since then, though, I've been using the On Guard mouthwash, and that has helped eliminate them like single-handedly just by using that preventatively each day. And then I'll double up on it if I can kind of feel one starting to form or coming along, and it totally neutralizes it and helps it heal up super fast. So I love that mouthwash, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so what if you have some specific issues? First, we have a cold sore roller bottle blend. So it's got peppermint, tea tree, helichrysum, clove, lavender, and cinnamon. And this is for a 5 ml roller. And then just fill it up with fractionated coconut oil. If you're worried about the rolling it around, you can put it like in a little spray bottle. They have those tiny little glass spray bottles you could put it in so that you're not, if you're worried about reinfecting any type of area. I don't worry about that so much because I just think, oh my gosh, the oils themselves are antiseptic. It's like making sure your soap is clean before you use it. I don't know. It's just, it seems like it cleans itself. So I don't worry about it. But if you worry about it, definitely put it in a little spray bottle instead. Do whatever you're most comfortable with. And then what about canker sores? There's so many different, I've heard so many amazing stories about canker sores. In fact, you know what, back up real quick. Cold sores, a lot of people have great success also with Correct-X. So there you go. Amazing. Canker sores, a lot of people also use lemon for this one, but this is a little mix of Melissa, geranium, helichrysum, black pepper, and clove. And Melissa has also been known on its own to have amazing healing properties for this, as well as for the cold sores. So you could use Melissa for that one as well. But lots of options. Find the one that works best for you, and you're sure to have success. Okay, so what about for like braces or discomfort that you're having from maybe orthodontics that you're having done? So you can use past tense along the jawline to help relieve that discomfort that you might be feeling. A lot of people also find relief from using Copaiba, which now comes in a touch version too. So you could use that as well to help with orthodontic discomfort. Okay, so the On Guard mouthwash. Oh, I just told you my little testimonial about this. I love it. I love it. When I first used it, the very first time, I was like, holy cow, this is super strong. And I had to like water it down for the first couple times I used it. Now I love it. I want it just like it is. So it's amazing. I've noticed a huge improvement in my lessening or lack of mouth sores that I would get from stress in this, or if I have a cut or something in my mouth where I've I don't know, somehow my gum got scraped or something like that, I'll use this and it just helps heal it up so much faster. I absolutely love it. It's alcohol free, which is amazing. There's more and more studies that have come out that have showed how alcohol in mouthwash is really like not that good for your teeth. So it has xylitol in it, which if you've done some reading on that, that is amazing for your health as well, or for your oral health as well, and for your teeth. Especially if you're using something that's fluoride free, xylitol is fantastic to use. So anyway, there you go. I love this stuff. All right, so what if you want to make your own? Maybe you don't like the flavor of On Guard or whatever. You can totally make your own mouthwash. And this is what I did before the On Guard mouthwash came up, is I would mix up this mouthwash, and it's tea tree, peppermint, clove, cinnamon, and myrrh. And if you don't like one of those oils, you can just omit it. Like say maybe you're not a fan of the cinnamon flavor, you want it more pepperminty, then just omit the cinnamon and add a few more drops of peppermint. So you just put this in this one is for a 4-ounce glass bottle. And I just filled it up with like a distilled or purified water and just gave it a shake before I used it. Rinsed it just as you normally would, and it worked pretty good. I liked it, but I do like the On Guard one better, but this was a good alternative. All right, so what about the On Guard toothpaste? Have you tried that yet? It is a super popular product. I don't know how high up there, but it's got to be in the top 10. Lots of people love this. Most people do say that it takes a minute to get used to, and then once you're used to it, like you can't be without it. It's so nice because it doesn't foam. Traditional toothpaste will be really foamy. It's not good if you have strong gag reflex. It just is messy. So this is nice that it's not foamy. It is fluoride free, if that's something that's particularly important to you or not. Anyway, it's great stuff. And they just recently improved the formula, I want to say about 2 years ago. But I haven't noticed a difference in one working better than the other. I love the new one too. So, and it is good. And once you start using it, it's kind of hard to go back to like the regular yucky toothpaste. It just feels so much cleaner. And I feel like my mouth stays cleaner longer. Absolutely love it. All right, so have you ever tried adding a drop of oil to your toothpaste? Like maybe you make your own toothpaste. Some people do that, or just use the baking soda, whatever you do for your toothpaste. You can add your own essential oils to it that are going to promote oral health. So back to the oils that are good for it, whether it's clove, cinnamon, peppermint, myrrh, whatever it is that maybe you're needing a little bit of extra boost with in your oral health, you can add a drop of that oil to your toothpaste and then brush your teeth as usual. Okay, so now let's dive into oil pulling. So this is kind of a cool practice that is a little different, I must say. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh my goodness, that was the weirdest thing. How could anybody do that? And now I absolutely love it and have to do it. So anyway, lots of benefits to oil pulling, and we'll talk about what exactly it is in a second here. But as far as first the benefits go, it helps whiten your teeth. It helps strengthen your teeth. It helps prevent cavities and gingivitis, which is spelled wrong here. I see that now. Anyway, helps with all of these other side effect things that kind of come in, right? It's a huge detoxer for your mouth, especially your tongue, which we'll talk about that in a second. Helps with skin issues, helps you with better sleep, headaches. Anyway, just all kinds of stuff because it's a detox. So here's your tongue. Who knew that you had a, oh my goodness, reflexology, like points on your tongue? I had no idea. So if you're cleaning your tongue with oil pulling or even scraping, you're helping support these organs in another way, which I think is amazing. All that we can do, right? Let's do it. Okay, so oil pulling is where you're taking essentially a tablespoon of hard coconut oil. So the regular, I love to use extra virgin coconut oil, and I could do organic stuff too, a tablespoon, and then you put it in your mouth, and you can either like kind of chew it up until it's liquidy or just let it kind of dissolve and melt into your mouth. And then you swish with it in your mouth for 15 to 20 minutes for maximum benefit. And then when you're done, you spit it out in the garbage. You don't want it in the drain because it will clog your drains if it gets cold. So you want to make sure you spit it out in the garbage. Plus it's just yucky, all the stuff you're spitting out. And it's cool because it's a fat base, right? So it's binding to the fats or waxes and harder materials in your mouth and on your teeth in particular, and then helping break those down. So I love it. And I notice when I'm oil pulling on a regular basis, I don't have as much tartar buildup and feeling like I just got a cleaning done at the dentist. Like it's really amazing. If I have some cavities that might be on a watch, you know, that this helps improve them and helps them heal. It is incredible. So I only do it once a week just because that's what I can work into my life. I've definitely had times where I've done it every day, and that is amazing. If you can do that. And I love to add the essential oils to the coconut oil just to give it some extra oomph, right? I'm like supercharging the oil pulling experience, giving it essential oils that are going to be supportive to my oral health. So what do you do while you're waiting and you're swishing this coconut oil in your mouth for 15 to 20 minutes, right? So most of the time I just take a shower and get ready for the day, but you could do whatever else. You can read, you can go walk your dog, you can meditate, you can write in your journal, you can scroll through Facebook, whatever it is you want to do. And I love, the best part about it is that no one can really talk to you while you're doing it because you can't respond to them. So that's kind of a nice little perk. Good way to get some peace and quiet. Okay, so what are some oils that you can add to the coconut oil while you're oil pulling? Well, it's like endless, really. So On Guard is typically what I do. Just I feel like that's a great overall great oil for oral health. So I love to add that one to my coconut oil. But I've also done lemon in the past to help with kind of give it a boost with whitening. So that's an option right there. I've done cinnamon. I really like that one too. Or I've done myrrh. I've been having some particular gum issues. But yeah, but do whatever one works best for you and meets your needs with whatever you're needing extra support with. Okay, so oil pulling chews. This is essentially just the little a tablespoon of coconut oil with the oils already mixed into it. So I will mix this up ahead of time. I'll melt down my coconut oil. I'll mix in the 20 to 30 drops of essential oil. I do my On Guard most of the time. And then I pour it into a small little mold. I found these little molds. Originally, I think I got them like at the dollar store, but then I've seen them in the grocery store since. But they're just tiny little molds in a silicone tray, and each one holds exactly 1 tablespoon. Perfect, right? And then, so I'll make them up like once a whatever month. And because other people in my family are doing this too. Anyway, and then I'll pop them out and I just keep them in a jar in the refrigerator so that they're stay nice and cold. And then when I'm ready to oil pull, I just go to the fridge, grab one out. It's so easy, super convenient. I'll pop it kind of in the side of my cheek to kind of let it melt a little bit, or I'll just chew it up. I mean, whatever, there's no wrong way to do it. But anyway, I'm all about convenience. And if I can do a little bit of prep work ahead of time to make something more convenient, I'm going to be more likely to do it. And I found that's the case with the oil pulling chews. So that's what we do. All right. So how about tongue scraping? Have you ever scraped your tongue, or do you brush your tongue on a regular basis when you're brushing your teeth? So people are all about the tongue scraping lately, just because your tongue is a great detox organ, and it's in your mouth and it's trying to eliminate things. We want to give it all the help and support we can. So the the doTERRA wellness kits, if you're not familiar with those, they're really fun. All of them are $75 or 60 PV and 60 PV. And what you do is you add one of them to your cart for your LRP, and then the next month they automatically send you month 2, and the next month automatically sends you month 3. So cool. So if you're kind of want to forget about your LRP for a couple months, this is a great way to do it and set it up. So one of those kits they have on sleep and pain relief and respiratory support and all that. But this one is an immunity kit. And in month 2, they send you a copper tongue scraper. So cool, right? So it's just helping with fresh breath, detoxing the tongue. Anyway, in this one also, they have this because who doesn't love cute little like travel size things? I mean, I don't know. I think everybody likes little things, but they have a travel size mouthwash. So if you're like me and you're totally addicted to the mouthwash and you have to take it everywhere, even if you're not going to be home for like a day or two, then you have your own little thing. And then I just refill it with my big bottle when it runs out. So yeah. Anyway. Okay. Next we have, this is kind of a cool hack that I've never considered, but it's adding oil to your floss, which I think is so amazing. So you could take a bottle, because they have the little tip down there at the bottle, how to make a floss oil. So it says to add 2 drops each of peppermint and clove to a 15 ml bottle. So you're just going to take an old bottle, an old oil bottle to reuse, and you can put in 4 drops of oil and then fill the rest with grapeseed oil, right? So it's very, very diluted. And then, and I love grapeseed oil. It's just so pretty, right? It's a beautiful green color. It's so pretty. Anyway, then it just says to add 1 drop to your finger and then just rub it across your floss. How cool is that? So you're just getting this extra flavor and also benefit for your floss, or when you're flossing for your teeth and gums. So cool. Anyway, so that was my new thing that I learned when I was preparing this class. So I'm excited to do that. Okay, so here's a good little tip for if you're trying to apply oils to someplace in particular. So say you have a canker sore or a sore spot on your gum or a tooth that's aching you, how on earth do you get like 1 drop of water there, or sorry, 1 drop of oil there? Well, you can put it on your finger and try to like rub it where it is, where you want it. And sometimes that works fine. And other times it just goes in all the wrong places. And then you feel like the oil's everywhere but where it should be. And it's just kind of a hot mess. So my best tip for you here is to use a cotton swab. So put the 2 drops of oil on the cotton swab, and then you just pinpoint it. Just look in the mirror and put it exactly where you want it. And it works amazing. And if you need to dilute it, no worries. You just put the coconut oil on the cotton swab first, and then put on the drop or 2 of like clove or whatever it is that you're wanting to apply. Anyway, this is such a simple trick that is such a lifesaver. So definitely worth doing. All right, and that's all we have. So that's it. So I hope you found some good tips and ways that you can implement your essential oils into your oral health routine. And I look forward to seeing you next time, and we'll talk about back to school. So have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.